I have some news, and it's in pertaining to West Virginia football. C.J. Donaldson, you know, the guy that got carted off the field against Texas on Saturday? He's not going to be able to play against Baylor. He will sit out due to concussion protocol. The thing is, you don't want to rush the guy too quick. And that's the thing. And he's still recovering, and he's like on a strict return to play policy according to Neil Brown. And he's nowhere involved in it. So, and he's a big part of their offense this year. And despite their struggles, yes, I know they're 2-3, but they could easily be 4-1 if they didn't lose to Pitt or Kansas. I mean, but that Texas game was in no way they're going to win that game. To explain the loss on the team, this year he has the following: 56 rushing attempts for 389 yards with 6 touchdowns. And the long was 82 yards, 6.9 yards per carry. He also has 7 receptions for 20 yards, and the long is 9 yards. Yes, I get that according to ESPN and other sites that he's listed as a tight end, but he's not a tight end anymore. They should change that to running back. He's 6'2", 240 pounds. As a freshman from Miami, Florida. Well, I definitely think Baylor's going to have a little bit better time now stopping the run than last game, especially with this news. And as soon as I saw that guy is probably not going to be able to play, they're going to have it a little bit easier of a time. And the last game was only the first game all year they allowed over 100 yards rushing. I don't expect that to happen 2 times in a row. I don't expect that. So, the next closest guy is Tony Mathis Jr. with 296 rushing yards on 70 attempts for 3 touchdowns. And Justin Johnson Jr. with 40 rushing attempts for 187 yards, along as 24 yards with 2 touchdowns. So, it limits them by 1 less playmaker, but they're still good offensively. It's just their defense has been a little bit of a letdown, so to speak, because they have given up a lot of yards this year passing yards wise. They allow 230.8 passing yards per game. Baylor averages for 248.4. And last game they had 345 yards passing. But I get part of it was due to they try to come back. But I know West Virginia's run defense is still stout though, 100.6 rushing yards per game allowed. And West Virginia averages 186.2 rushing yards per game, but keep in mind some of those numbers are because of C.J. Donaldson. So that might be less in this game. While Baylor allows 296.8 rushing yards per game, but that's only because of the last game. After that, it wouldn't be close to 90 yards rushing, I'm pretty sure. And West Virginia allows 29.6 points per game, while they scored 38.2. While Baylor scores 37.4, and only give up 20.6. So, I'm going to go over a preview of this game. It's some other time that's more in detail and closer to the game. But this is definitely big news for West Virginia and Baylor in their game a week from this Thursday, because this might be the first time Baylor's going to beat West Virginia in Morgantown. And it's taking 1 less playmaker off the board to worry about for Baylor. And I wish that young man to get better down the line, because I don't want to see him miss long term like Tate McWilliams has for Baylor, because he's been out since midpoint of the BYU game or first quarter. Since then, not a single snap. So, anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys later. It's going to 400 subscribers more by the end of this year.